Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the test project setup and how easily we can record any of the test cases. So I signed up for the test project, which is completely free to sign up. And after I received the email confirmation, I have also installed the agent. So I'm in the welcome screen, and these are the steps that you can see on the left hand side that need to be done before creating the test. So when I click on let's go, it is instructing to download the agent. Now since I have already downloaded the agent, I'm ready for the next step. Okay, so it is telling to make the agent installed and running and try it again. So let me go to the folder where we have the applications and I'll try to start the agent. So I have the test project agent and I will start it. So the agent is trying to start now. Okay, and it is opening. Okay, so let us it seems that the test project is up now. Let me try clicking again. Okay, so it got started and now it is trying to register the agent. So the registration has started and it is also showing all the alerts on the right hand side. Okay, so we'll wait for the agent to get connected so that we can, it will automatically take us to the dashboard. Okay, so the initial set of steps have been completed and now you can see that we are in the dashboard page. So let me try to come out of the window. Okay, so let me click on create a test. So let me close this window because this is what the initial screen of the test project looks like. So if you are here for the first time, and on the left hand side you can see that there are different elements that we will work on. So first is the test and job. This is the place where we will create the test cases, and then elements is a place wherein the elements which will be created during the test case identification, those will get stored here. And then there are applications and data sources and parameters. So these are something that we'll see as we build the test cases. Now since I have not created any test case right now, so it has given me a default test, and let me go ahead and create one, or let me just click and see what is there in the test. Okay, so it has a sample test case, and this sample test case has some auto-generated URLs. So let us do one thing. Let us go to new test and try to create one. So I'll go to new test and I'm going to create a web test. So web and then next, and here I'm going to say Selenium easy test, since I'm going to use the Selenium easy test demo website for testing. So click next, and it's a web application, and the first time we are in the web application, it will try to ask the URL of the application. So I'm going to provide the URL in this, and okay, and so once this is added, okay, so we have to provide here. And this is the URL, finish. So I'm going to record the test. So and these are the options wherein we can even edit the test, or we can create a blank test, so which is like without recording. So I'm going to record. So after highlighting the record, I'll go with start recording. So TestProject is trying to detect the website, and it will open a console, and within its console you can see that it has loaded the website. Okay, so it opened a new tab altogether, and it has detected the application. So that's the first step. So we are going to validate this particular form, and we are going to fill in all these details. So let me start with clicking on each of the ones. So as I highlight my cursor, it is also giving me an option that what kind of element this is. So this is a text box, and if I want to click here and whether I want to add any actions, so I want to enter the text. So if I search for the action, enter text, or let me search for text. Okay, so let me enter the text and see what it is doing. So entering the text is like it's detecting is as type. So the element that we had to do was to search for the type. Similarly, for the last name also, we will type any name. Suppose I am giving it as Shah. So that is again a text. And if you can see in the left hand side, so the first name was text box, and we typed Harish in it, and automatically it has taken first name text box. Again click, but we are not clicking on it, so I'm going to delete this step, and I'm going to click on the last name, and after clicking on the last name I am typing the name. So I'm going to delete this as well. So after typing, I am clicking on email, and under the email I have to type the email. So since they're all input fields, it is performing the same kind of input. So let me scroll down and just try to submit. So if I click on here submit, I should have a click action. So if I click on this and click, so you can see that it has done send option, and you can see that all these mandatory things has also popped up. So let me try to pause and run again and see what it is doing. So let me pause it and let me run it again. So you can see that it has populated those 3 fields, and it has also clicked on send, and it was able to fill the details automatically. So in this way we can create any of the test cases. Now if I want to just save it, so all I have to do is I have to just come out of this window, and the test will be displayed. So these are the test and the steps that it has completed, and the parameters are the value that we selected earlier. So application URL is one of the parameters, and locators are the elements which was selected while entering the values. So we'll look into the locator as well. So let me close this window, and it will stop the recording. Okay, so it has stopped the recording, and this was the script that was, or the test case that was created. So if I go to edit the test, so or not from here but rather from, I'll just click on this. Okay, so here are the steps which is available, and I can edit each of the elements again. So if you look into the elements which we captured, so we captured the first name, which was a text box, and we also captured the actions. Now since we automatically since we entered the text, it automatically got the CSS element, and also like took the action that we are doing. We were clicking and then entering the text. So for click there is a separate action, and for typing or the entering text, that's a separate action. And same with the other input fields as well. So it was first it has captured the click action and then entering the last name and the email. So this is a very cool feature that we can do a record and playback while we are creating the test, and then after the test is created we can also run it to see that it is a stable test or it's a flaky test. And all the scrolling behavior also it has automatically captured, but we can define the scroll behavior at once rather than like having so many steps here. And the send button also it has captured. So let me delete the last scroll because we are not we don't, this is unwanted step. So if I want I can also disable the step, and the way we can do is we have an option here to enable or disable. So if I click this, so this last step is disabled, and it will not be executed. And the only, yes, save, the only steps, that's the last step, is 20 step, and the 21 is a disabled step. As you can see that it has grayed out. And if you want to delete this step, then we have an option to even delete it. So let me run this again, and let us run this and see whether it's still working. So save and exit. Okay, and if I want to run this test again, so all I have to do is I have to click on this run button which is seen here, and once I click on the run, it is starting the agents and it is asking for different browsers that we want to run it. So let me select Safari browser this time and click on next. The application URL was provided earlier, so it has taken it, and now I'm going to run. So it has started, and as you can see that the test was also completed. Let us see what's the report looks like. So when we clicked on the tiny graph like symbol, it will show the result of the test case execution. So since it did not launch the browser, it has gone into a fail status. So that's totally failure case. So let me go back to my project and into the test again, and this time we'll run it with the Chrome browser. So let me try with Chrome and run. So it's trying to detect the browser. Okay, and it automatically opened up in a new window and is entering those details again. Okay, so the test was passed, and now if we want to see the result, we can either click on this icon which is in the dashboard, or we can go to the tab named reports, and we'll be able to see the reports for that particular test. So the test was a Selenium AZ test. So if I click on it, it will show me all the different execution which was done at different timestamp, and the different success ratio, and all those metrics which are required to test the stability of test. So you can see that it is very easy to run. There are different options that can be used to make your test even more robust, like using the CSV file and saving it under data source to give a data driven test for your scenarios. And also you can use the elements folder for saving the elements. So for this particular example, you can see that test IO have automatically detected all the elements, and it has saved it here, so which makes our work very easy, because all we have to do, in case we want to modify any elements, we can come here and we can change those elements here. So all in all, this was a demo on how to record the test cases. We will also see how to manually create the test cases in the next video. Thanks for watching.